My name is Colin SkipperWing Bird, and welcome to another edition of The Crimson Fly. Today's strip, issue number 5, strip number 61. If you'd like a version of this video without the audio commentary, you can check out links in the annotations when they appear on screen, or in the cards, or in the description below. The song is The Flight Academy by Jackie Lombardi. Links in the description below. Not description below. Yes, links in the description below. Yeah, cool. So on that note, today's video is tons of fun. Our bad guys, the Beanie Gang, are breaking into the gun store to go steal some weapons. Joy. So, what's interesting about what you're seeing on screen right now is that, normally what I would do with my static strips is I would just draw everything straight out. But what you're seeing me do is I'm already building the puppets that I may or may not need going forward. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I don't want to have to go back and redraw the puppets if I don't have to. Although, as you'll see later in the video, first that's a kind of mixed dividends, because some of them I do end up needing to redraw entirely, and what I use is just not reusable at all. But the reason why I'm doing that is just to pregame my animation so that I don't have to do any more work than I have to. Or rather, do all the hard work first, and then it's relatively smooth sailing from there. But as you can see, I still end up having to shoot animation reference in a sort of traditional vein. And the reason for that is that if I just go straight with puppets, there's no frame of reference for where the body parts are supposed to go. So instead, what I end up doing is I just I redraw the animation reference, essentially exactly what it would look like if it were traditional, and then use the puppets on top of it to basically sort of do a in-between / cleanup pass. And it makes my drawings feel a lot more consistent. The thing is, as you're noticing with the character's hair, or rather Marie, with her hair and her head as a whole, I'm redrawing things as necessary. My rule of thumb is if it's not going to move, don't redraw it. If it is going to move, segment it and redraw as necessary. And that's not to say I segment everything, because I find that there's a little bit of fluidity that comes in drawing characters in arc format. And if I, say, make her arm segmented, then I lose that fluidity. So it's a balancing act that I haven't really quite mastered, but I'm working on it. And hopefully, maybe you guys are finding something that that'll work for you in your animations when watching this. I mean, that's part of the reason for these videos. So as I was saying earlier, there are certain parts that are completely unusable, and that's exactly what happened with my characters, with my kicking character Tanisha, where she's kicking down the door. And pretty much almost everything is unusable at the start. She starts off in a very completely different pose, and it's only at the end where she, after the motion's been completed, that she's in a pose resembling anything that I drew from the static pose. So when it comes to animating her kick, that's essentially, an entirely new animation. And then there's this pose where my character Jaquan is freaking out. And what I should have done, that I didn't do, is shot the reference of me freaking out, and then use that as a reference for him freaking out. And you can see that the motion doesn't quite make sense. If you take your eyes off the video for a second and just look down at the video, this is sort of how it was supposed to. It was supposed to be him freaking out, like, "Oh my god, what are you doing?" And if you look at me actually pantomiming that makes sense, watching me freak out. But him freaking out is just like, oh, look, I'm doing a circle thing with my arms. And that's because, again, I didn't shoot the animation reference that I should have shot. So honestly, if there's something that you're not clear about, or even if you think you're clear about it but you're not quite sure, shoot the reference. Because you never know, it's not a lot of hard work that you don't have to do later on. So yeah, that's particularly the strip. There's I also wanted to throw in a little bit of foreshadowing at the end too with the Crimson Fly, where he's learned his lesson from Volume 1, and he's calling the police before he gets involved. They're obviously not going to get there before the thieves have made their way out of the store, so that's where he comes in, and basically to interrupt them until the police arrive. But yeah, that's today's strip. If you like what you see, please feel free to share the video wherever you see it, or share the comic. If you've got any other thoughts about the comic, like things that you think that were done well or you think can have been improved on, leave a link in the comments below. And yeah, or if you want to support the artist, please check out my Gumroad store. I think there's either links in the description or annotations or somewhere in here. But yeah, that's the strip. This is the Crimson Fly. My name is Colin SkipperWing Bird, and I'm signing out. I'll catch you peeps later.